And people in the comments, yeah, but Rock Nation, they bought off the jury. And Rock, it's really Jay-Z. Because remember, Tory's dad, like after Tory was found guilty, went on this whole rant where he was screaming about Rock Nation and Jay-Z in the courtroom and everything else like that. Right? So I said, okay, listen, like this has gotten so stupid at this point that I'm going to just do a tweet where I'm going to take every conspiracy theory around this and just list it one after the other. I got paid by Rock Nation. Jay-Z paid off the jury, and he paid off the judge and did a verse for the judge's grandson. Right?
Oh, God.
And he paid the Mexican dude to stab Tory in prison. And he paid off the doctor to say that she got shot when she really wasn't. And he paid off everyone else.
We got that boy DJ Vlad finally speaking on a viral tweets, $1 million interview, Lil Russell's Lil Wayne tape, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murder finna break it down to us, man. Let's get straight to it.
Why do you interview Tony Yayo so much, Vlad?
He didn't get stabbed.
Vlad, shut the
Okay.
Rollins, that's the point you get movies with. Oh!
That boy Vlad be trying to solve cases.
So you missed the viral. You missed the viral right now. Tell me how many views you did when you put out this story about Tory Lanez and Rock Nation, because you said a lot of crazy things, and I don't want to tell people what you told me. I want you to tell the people.
It's at about, 13, 14 million impressions on that one tweet. Mm-hmm. Then if you count all the other, media outlets that picked it up and the TikToks and, the Instagrams and the other Twitter accounts, probably 100 million, easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So what made you wake up, right, Uncle Murder? Mm-hmm. We was thinking, what made him wake up and want to troll today? Because it seemed like, is it trolling or what is it? What is it to you, Murder?
It seemed like Vlad is trolling. I think you're trolling because I'm like, this can't be true. I don't see these guys paying him to do all of these things. But it's everywhere right now, so everybody want to know. And I'm glad you gave us the exclusive interview and all that, Vlad. Thank you.
So tell us, because I thought you was hacked. I said Vlad got to be hacked or Vlad is trolling. So get into the story with Rock Nation and Tory Lanez, the biggest thing on the internet. Let's get into it on The Real Report.
All right. So I've been talking about the Tory Lanez Megan situation right after it happened. And as the information came out, and as, Megan said that I'm going to testify, and, I've quoted you a lot. If you have someone that you shoot and they get on the stand and say, you shot me.
Right.
And
Vlad, before you continue, you just said something very important. You was then, and what are the sources that we was going to during that said so case, letting us know how reliable you was at one point, gang. So the fact that you trying to allege that, you just trolling now and people so gullible and your audience dumb, you talking like, you sound like Charleston. So the fact that you saying that, gang, you just letting us know, basically, something's wrong.
this woman on top of that, there's a very slim chance you will beat that in trial. You might as well just plead out. So as they're going back and forth, and he's antagonizing her and, she's responding and everything else like that, I start saying in my interviews, Tory's going to jail. And everyone's like, oh, you're a hater, whatever. And I'm like, look, based on what I see, he's going to go to jail. He DM'd me, trying to figure out what I know, calls me a cop, whatever else. That's whatever, man. I'm
so
not,
Tory Lanez DM'd you and called you a cop? I never knew this.
Yeah, he did
Free
that.
Tory.
That's whatever, man.
Is this true?
Free Tory Lanez.
I don't care about that. I think Tory Lanez is a dope artist.
Definitely.
Vlad have been called all type of names.
What was that?
I said you've been called all type of names.
All types of names. All types
I
of
agree.
names.
I agree. Vlad is my friend, though. Vlad is my friend. He's my guy. He helped me with a lot of stuff with learning about this podcast thing, and he never really hated on anybody from what I see. Now, does he pick on people sometimes? He doesn't know. He does, Murder. Yeah. And it's cool. And this time you're picking on Rock Nation and Tory Lanez. Well, not Tory Lanez, just Rock Nation.
No. I'm not even picking on Rock Nation. So basically, leading up to the trial, I was one of the only people in hip hop media that kept saying,
"You picking on
Tory's going to be found guilty and he's going to go to jail." That doesn't make me a hater. Doesn't make me a snitch or a cop. It's just based on the public information. I was following the trial. I'm like, he's going to go to jail. And everyone, whenever I did a poll on Twitter or YouTube, 80% of my viewers said, no, he's going to beat it. He's going to walk away. You know, she's lying, whatever.
I predicted it too. Not to cut you off. I predicted it too. Remember, I said it to you. I said, nah,
Right.
I don't. When you got somebody that's saying you shot them, I don't know. The case is not looking.
It's not looking good, right? Mm-hmm. So lo and behold, he gets found guilty and he goes to jail. Mm-hmm. And he files an appeal and the appeal falls through. And you think that that's the end of it. But constantly you see all this news footage that keeps coming out where it's like, yo, no, she never got shot. He actually had a press conference, like his lawyers had a press conference that said he didn't shoot her. Kelsey was shooting the gun and he hit her arm. The gun fell to the floor and fired twice. And that's how she got hit. Now, listen, man, I'm not Nicholas Irving, you know, the Army sniper, but I have handled guns throughout my life. And I can tell you, if I threw a gun on the floor 1,000 times, I don't think it would fire twice.
Right.
Am I right?
That don't sound too believable, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Right.
So what made you wake up though?
I don't. If that hit the misfind and it's a malfunction, it's a malfunctionable, what's the name? Don't continue. What's gonna stop it from malfunctioning? Come on, gang. Come on, gang.
Okay, so this is what happened, right? So that morning,
it sounds
a bunch
possible.
of like Daily Loud and a bunch of other like Dama's News, I believe, and a bunch of other like media outlets that I follow starts running this video of Tory's lawyers saying that Kelsey's bodyguard has come forward and said that Kelsey's the shooter, not Tory. And everyone's going crazy over this footage. And I'm looking at this going like, this is from last May. This already came out almost a year ago. The appeal went through and it didn't happen. The appeal was struck down. And so I posed this. I'm like, yo, you're an idiot to think that this is somehow news and that this is somehow going to overturn this. And people in the comments, yeah, but you know, Rock Nation, they bought off the jury. And Rock, it's really Jay-Z. Because remember, Tory's dad, like after Tory was found guilty, went on this whole rant where he was screaming about Rock Nation and Jay-Z in the courtroom and everything else like that. Right? So I said, okay, listen, like this has gotten so stupid at this point that I'm going to just do a tweet where I'm going to take every conspiracy theory around this and just list it one after the other. I got paid by Rock Nation. Jay-Z paid off the jury and he paid off the judge and did a verse for the judge's grandson. Right?
Oh, God.
And he paid the Mexican dude to stab Tory in prison. And he paid off the doctor to say that she got shot when she really wasn't. And he paid off everyone else. Like yo, I'm like, okay, this is so stupid that no one's gonna believe this.
So you're saying the internet does what it does best. Twist stuff up, change the conspiracy theories. But you know why it's trolling? Because you had to know the Jay-Z verse was crazy, but him getting stabbed by Rock Nation and all that might be believable to some people.
It might be believable. It might be believable. So you mean to tell me that Jay-Z, where he is in life right now, right? He's a billionaire. He's considered one of the greatest ever. He's going to risk all that to pay a pedophile, a Mexican pedophile, to do a murder in prison over a guy with who's antagonizing an artist that's not even a.
Hey, that nervous laugh ain't really selling nothing right now, Vlad. I don't know now. You turn the red, gang. You turn the red, gang. He ain't lying.
Big priority to Jay-Z.
But Vlad, you're a credible. Listen, you're a credible source to the culture.
Yes. Not no more.
So people are like, a lot of people are like confused from what I'm hearing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it's coming from you. So people don't know if you're hacked or you was trolling or.
A lot of people waking up, gang.
I was not hacked, man. I was trying to prove a point, and I proved it. That no matter
trying to prove
whatever stupidity you put out there, there's going to be millions of people that eat it up. And I was right. No matter how stupid it is, no matter how totally unbelievable it is, there's going to be someone that eats it up. And look, millions of people ate it up. Millions. I proved my point. Did I prove my point?
Definitely did, because people ran with the story and it definitely went viral. That's why we got you on the Real Report right now. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And we get to everything that's real. So where do we go from here? Because you're a credible source. You're part of the culture, Vlad. So people like, What
Now,
are you
based off
hearing?
that
How people are calling your phone? What are they saying?
And I want to know, Black, how do you feel about people like, because you cool as shit, right? But how do you feel about people saying you a culture too, Vlad? This the real report, so we really
Vlad
want to
doesn't
know.
care. He has a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen.
But I want to know how he really feels about that, though. Because he's been a part of the culture for so long.
Very long.
So for people to say that, how do you feel about that, Vlad?
Yeah. I mean, what's interesting is that the both of y'all, I was like doing interviews with the both of you before Vlad TV.
Yep.
You guys were part
Facts.
of Vlad's DVD era.
Facts.
For real. So you guys know how far I go back. Man, I don't care about that. Every white person in hip hop is called that at some point. You know, Steve Rifkin gets called that, and look how much he's contributed. Take Leo Cohen out of hip hop, and you would have a very different hip hop. People don't want to admit that, but there's a reason why he became president of Def Jam, and then the head of YouTube Music. He had he was president. He was a chairman of another. He was chairman of, I think, Atlantic at one point. Like, I may be getting it wrong, but it's like, I'm fine with being called that. But, at the end of the day, it's like, at what point do you just say we have to use our common sense? What's interesting about that particular tweet is that there's probably maybe like at least 100 replies where people are asking Grok, is this real? And every time Grok says, no, it's parody, it's sarcasm.
Right.
So AI knows sarcasm better than human beings now. Isn't that sad? Isn't that kind of sad? That AI does a better job of telling someone it's sarcasm than the person themselves, an actual human being.
Audience dumb, Vlad.
That's what's sad about this.
Good
I
job.
never thought like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Every time Grok doesn't even get right sometimes. And every time Grok got it right, Vlad is being sarcastic. It's not real. This is a joke.
You know what's
every time.
Vlad,
Stop the cap.
you know what's crazy? When I look at like the DVD era, when I look at like the MySpace era, that the kids now don't know about. It was World Star, it was This Is 50, it was Vlad, it was Full.
Facts. All this stuff he naming, all got ruined by whoever Vlad just tried to shout out for helping YouTube what? Help YouTube rappers barely be able to get 1 million views? Like, they back to celebrating making 1 million views, gang. 1 million views mean you just blew up. These people hit like 50 million views, 20 million views, 100 million views, down there 1 billion views. Yeah, the quality of the music is slightly declining, but that's because y'all forcing them to drop more. Because y'all not sharing that shit no more. So they like, I ain't finna give up. I'm gonna keep going. Y'all changing the work ethic. Y'all ain't, man, this shit get deep, boy.
Forbes DVD. And then, Fendi and them had to come up, but they didn't have the website. So you had to come up, and of course you had City with French, and you had, what's my man that always had the girls? My
Discovery,
man.
opportunities. Now all we got is what? TikTok. You think rappers want to get on TikTok and booty shake game? But they ain't got no choice. Now why? The only people who want to get on TikTok, shout out them boys though, you feel me? It's motivational, inspirational. Other rappers should learn from y'all. It be the underground rappers. And yeah, that's why music bullshitting his ass now, because they the only ones working hard enough to get on that TikTok platform and post they shit and market their music and try to get out there, you feel me? Get more opportunities, get more views. Like, bro, they trying. And nobody else trying to get on TikTok. Yeah, we got to get on TikTok, but even TikTok might slowly incorporate them copyright changes and all that. Gang, the supporters is the promotion. You think some of the biggest YouTubers wouldn't want to have a Drake or whoever their favorite rapper is as their intro song? You don't remember that was a wave, gang? You start a video, you just turn it up already, you feel me? You already in that mode for the video. You like, come on, nah. Now you can't do none of that shit no more. Y'all went, oh, what happened to music? Music falling off because we can't use YouTube no more. Rappers can't even put props in their videos no more. I'm talking about from Blickathon to Gasseroni. I ain't saying that they should, but man, we gotta prove that we 38 years old and 25, you an adult to watch the video anyways. Damn, I ain't grown enough to see violence. Like, come on, gang, let's make it make sense.
You ain't lying.
That's all I'm saying.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, shout to Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
We need to get a
You
music
watch that
video.
Smack.
You
is a
had
big
Smack,
deal.
of course.
Smack, what up,
Video
Smack?
platform, basically.
And that was the DVD, and then we transitioned into the internet, where everybody, somebody get knocked out or whatever, anything happens, World Star, and then you had Vlad TV, you had This Is 50, and you had Forbes DVD. So when I look at the sport that we in, hip hop, music, entertainment, I think it breaks all color barriers, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I'm overseas and somebody knows my daughter name, my son name, knows everything about my life, and they break down when my album dropped, that person might not even be black. Or if we in Mexico or Colombia and people know the music, it breaks every barrier in the world to me. We performed everywhere in the world. Armenia, Dubai, Italy, France, India, all parts of Africa, Morocco, Johannesburg, Angola. The list goes. Like, you got some more for me? Tanzania. Give me some more,
Like Drew.
Light the barber in the building. Give me some more. Give me some more, Give me some more, huh? Yeah, give me just anywhere in the world. Cause he Light the barber flew more places than me. So
Qatar,
and
Them boys done seen the world.
Russia.
Pakistan,
Yeah,
right?
Russia.
Them boys done seen the world off doing what they love, bruh. And they saying just off doing that and being able to broadcast it to the world, they've been able to travel the world and connect with the world on so many levels. And that shit transcends language and all. Nah, that's incredible right there, boy. That's gold right there.
Oh, that sounds crazy, but we was in this park called Kakistan or something like that.
St. Petersburg, Russia, and Moscow. You know, this is what I'm saying. So there is no color barrier on music. I feel like it breaks every barrier because there's some people that don't even understand English that listen to music. You know? But back to Vlad trolling though, right? You did a good job, Vlad. I like that, man.
Thank you. Hey, man, listen, I think that we have to use our brains sometimes. And it's easy to think that there's always a conspiracy. There's always like something behind the scenes and so forth. And that was like, for example, like when I did the Keefe D interview, part of the reason why I did it was there were so many conspiracy theories about Tupac getting killed. Suge did it. Really? Like, if you want to kill someone and you weigh 300 pounds and they weighed 100 pounds, would you have them shoot up the car while you're in it?
Yeah, it's not too smart, but yeah.
You know nobody trusts Suge back in them days, though. You know,
the government
so it's
did
going to
it.
be conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
and things
you just heard Suge was
The police
involved
did it.
in
They
something,
swapped the
probably.
body. He's still alive in Cuba. And it's like, all right, well, let me actually show you guys. This is the guy that was actually in the car when it happened. The last living person.
Well, you know, they got the conspiracy now saying Jeffrey Epstein is still alive. A guy looks just like him with the beard walking around.
Oh man.
But
I
we don't know. Let me didn't Robert Duvall pass away today?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Robert.
Rest in
Duvall,
peace to
man.
him. Godfather, one of the classic mob movies. What is one of your best classic mob movies? Give me 4 or 5 of them, or maybe 1 or 2 of them, Vlad.
I mean, I think my favorite just piece of cinema about the Italian mob is Casino.
Okay.
Just because it's so much longer than a lot of the other films, and you got a chance to really develop the story and see the relationships. And Joe Pesci was a lunatic.
Definitely.
He was in top
Definitely.
form.
Definitely.
And this one, I mean, Goodfellas is an absolute classic. Godfather 2, that was my favorite Godfather film. Donnie Brasco, that was a classic. Man, people love, I interview a lot of Italian mafia guys. I'm trying to get some of them on your show.
Definitely.
Okay.
Who are some of the mob guys you interview? Let people want to know.
Sammy the Bull.
Okay.
Sammy the Bull. I remember at one point
He told but killed 19 people. I didn't mean to cut you off.
at least, maybe more. Maybe at one point I remember we talked about this. He was selling.
Don't make them hot, Sam. Maybe more. You
I'm
know
not
what they're gonna
making
say about this.
Boy, good thing them boys called it out, because Vlad would have kept going and act like it never happened. Somebody would have brought it up later on. Nah, I don't remember that. I was just talking about what everybody knows. Nah, catch his ass right there. Stop that. Let's move on. Because them people know that you had separate conversations with that man off of camera, and there might be some that you was telling them that they might need to go ahead and find out about, and they finna go ahead and hit your line and get that information. So nah, gang, you ain't finna play slick and try to act like you don't know what's going on and do exactly what you trying. Nah, Vlad, them boy, hey, good shit, y'all, boy. I see y'all out there playing good defense.
Vlad tried to get him knocked.
Y'all said not on y'all platform.
I'm telling you, know how they be talking, Vlad.
Like I think on his YouTube channel, he was selling Sammy the Bull 19 shirts.
Oh, that's bold.
Yeah. And he said, "Oh no, we took it down. I didn't realize they were doing it." He backed up off that.
Got
So
you.
Wow.
Yeah, Sammy the Bull, Michael Franzese, man, a lot of big mob dudes, man. And a lot of FBI agents that busted him.
Mm.
Joey Merlino, the alleged Philly mob boss.
Yeah.
That was a really big one.
They just had something on
His
Netflix about
first
them.
ever real interview was on my platform, and
Wow.
now he's like out of there. Now he's doing his own podcast and everything else like that. Yeah, man, a lot of interesting deals, and like Merlino, I felt was the most like active in terms of like a lot of the dudes I interviewed cooperated.
He was real flashy. He didn't cooperate, Molino, right?
No, he never cooperated. But what I'm saying is that most of the dudes I interviewed cooperated at some point. Sammy cooperated, Michael Franzese somewhat cooperated, and so forth. Joey never cooperated. So every answer that's mob related is like, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, he was a
You're not gonna get me, Vlad. We ain't doing that today. I don't know, gang. Let's move on. Next question. That's how you do it, gang. I be trying to tell these. Y'all ain't like y'all. It's a gun in your head. You done took some truth serum before the interview, or you just trying to put on so much for the internet. You gotta be Mr. Gangster for the internet, King Demon. Like get the show goof ass down somewhere. He ain't lying.
I did.
They had something about him on Netflix.
That's what I be saying. Nah, interrogation room. You telling. Now you telling before you get there. I can tell, gang, cause you telling.
That's right. Him and the whole.
Be telling on interviews. Like, boy, y'all seen Young Thug giving up 5 hours of interviews talking about he ain't telling the interrogation room. I know you gave that phone number up. He ain't lying. Come on, man. It's just based off the facts. He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Philly Mob, yeah, that was official. Yeah, I like the Joey.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that?
I forgot, the Philly Mob, something like that was on Netflix, but I remember that.
Right now, I'm binge watching I'm binge watching Hijack with Idris Elba. Oh my God, man! The first season is crazy, man. That's like the best thing on TV for me right now. What you watching?
That's not the best. You seen A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
No, I haven't watched that.
That's part of the whole Game of Thrones like universe.
Okay.
In the last episode, oh my God, it was like they made a scene where 7 knights have to fight each other in just like this dirt field, and the level of violence is just.
Vlad, what the hell is you talking about, bruh? He ain't lying. I knew about to be some once he said some shit about the knights. Then they got to talk it's 7 knights in the dirt field, and they just got to duke it out. Swords on armor, just, it got real intense, it's real intense. I bet the pheromones in that area was just off of the charts. What the f***? He ain't lying. You good? Oh, they gay. Nah, I know.
Something different.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that.
Hey, think about that. Just a bunch of knights in armor on horses and
just think about that. Oh my God, like it's a hot day, a whole bunch of knights on horses just galloping and just stabbing each other. He ain't lying. Gang, so weird, creepy Viking blood having ass on. Come on, gang.
Gauss and like maces and swords.
We got modern technology now. Chill.
Just going all out trying to kill each other. 7 versus 7. Just a level of violence that you rarely see that type of violence like accurately depicted on TV. Amazing.
What you watching, Light? What you watching, Light the Barber?
I'm currently watching Gangs of London right now. Season 2 just came back out. That's
that's good
right now. Yeah, Gangs of London is popping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I watched the first season.
Yeah, the first season. Yeah, part 2 just came out. Gangs of London is popping.
Yeah. But by the way, shout out to Aiden Ross, man. I remember, I think I dissed him for the first time when you guys were on my show.
Aiden Ross? Shout to Aiden Ross.
We worked it out, man. I went to his, Adam 22 and Jason Love had that fight, and Aiden Ross was the one that hosted it. So we actually went to his event, and I watched it. And afterwards, we actually
Aiden cool. He just got to lay off Dochi. Shout to TDE, man.
Yeah.
You got shout to Top and everybody over there. You got to lay off Dochi, man. I'm a big fan of hers. My daughter is too. Shout to Manaya.
Yeah, no, she's dope, man.
She's a big fan.
The whole TDE need, man. Come
So
on,
she
A.
tell me, come on, don't mess with Doshi, man.
Yeah.
People take that personal.
But we
Vlad.
actually, you know,
Go
we
ahead.
met up face to face. We hugged it out. We exchanged numbers. We're going to do an interview. We've been in contact ever since. And he's like,
Nah.
man, and that's what I realized about like this new breed of internet, you know, people is that they don't take nothing personally. They just keep it moving.
I learned from you. Me and Murder's getting a lot of hate now that we're blowing up and we're doing a number. Shout to the volume. Shout to all the haters. And I just embrace the hate. I'm seeing a lot of sideline hate, indirect hate, but we don't care. Because we eating smoked duck in Morocco, baby. But yo, Vlad, since we got you here, man, one of the
Morocco,
most biggest
baby.
music execs in the world, Interscope. Shout to Jimmy Iovine. I could tell y'all my illest Jimmy Iovine story is me and him and 50 eating lunch on top of Interscope.